Morning. Just thought I'd make a video. I hadn't made one in a while. Still struggling with some gut issues. I went to the GI doctor. He didn't think it was anything serious. I'm going for a colonoscopy 21st of this month. So something's going on. He'll be able to look at it and see. Trying to keep on this like ketogenic diet, low carb diet. I do think there's a lot of value to be had in that. I'm not like, strict with it, but it did drop my energy. When I did it pretty strictly for the first, I don't know, couple of weeks, and I did feel your body is trying to burn up all your carb stores, because it's not used to burning the fat. So I'm still in transition with it. It takes time, something I'm not going to get too hardcore with. If my gut wasn't bothering me, I'd just eat whatever I want. So maybe this has been a good idea for me, and maybe this will help shift me in a little bit more positive direction. I do feel strong, even though my gut hasn't felt good, and I haven't felt 100%. I still feel strong. I've been doing my weightlifting. I started doing a little bit more cardio, and the cardio actually seemed to help a lot. So it's weird, how different things can be like a tonic for your system. But what I was going to comment about is the Super Bowl. I wasn't planning on watching it. I'm not a football fan. I think it's ridiculous hype. But my daughter had got it on our streaming. She had got it, found the channel for it. So I sat and watched it. And I guess, all in all, you have to say, what a bunch of BS, right? The game wasn't good. The commercials were horrible. And that's what I was going to comment is my girls and I were watching it, and I said, look at this. Look at how they've got all these robots in the, they had 5 or 6 commercials that had robots that were like human-like, right? And so I was telling my girls, I'm like, it's important to like see what's the agenda behind that. Why are they putting all of these robots in here? They're trying to normalize something that's not normal, right? They're trying to give these robots personalities, and they're trying to make them more lifelike, and they're not like machines, they're there for a purpose. Like you go into a car factory and they have robots doing stuff, but they're weird looking, and they're obviously mechanical, and they're obviously for doing a specific job. But evidently, you look at this push towards this transhumanist agenda where they're trying to merge this, almost like cyborg type stuff. I don't know if any of you have seen that. It's not Battlestar Galactica. It's the show that predated Battlestar Galactica, and I can't remember what it's called. Really cool show. And this guy was an inventor, and he invented these, cyborgs, these robots basically that had human consciousness. So he's able to transplant his daughter who had died, her consciousness, into one of these robots. And that's where the whole Battlestar thing comes from, because it's humanity against this like rogue, basically the robot. It's kind of like Terminator, where the robots become so smart that they try to wipe out humanity. Anyway, so it's just interesting to see that. I think it's important to kind of follow along the programming, and it's just becoming so obvious. It's like they can't put stuff out now without just being, it's just so obvious to me anyway when I look at it. Yeah, it used to not be, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a cute commercial, or oh yeah, that's whatever. Now I see, just the feminist agenda. I see the transhumanist agenda, this robot agenda where they're trying to, I don't know what they're doing with that. I think they want to make people feel like they're not valuable. Like, we can replace you and we don't need you. We can produce this machine. This machine will do all the work. And, it's almost like they're not even trying to hide it anymore, You're going to be replaced. You're not necessary. That's the message I'm getting from it. It's kind of like it's a last ditch push by this by these dark forces, this dark energy, to make itself relevant. And they make themselves relevant by making you irrelevant. You know, it's kind of like somebody who has low self-esteem. They try to stand on other people to make themselves look better. And that's what's happening, and that's what I see with it anyway. And for whatever that's worth. But I hope you all have a good day.